it's even set up before you even come on. I just want to touch on, like, when you go see the parole board, like when I seen the parole board, I remember a time I'm going through the questions he asked me, he looking at my record. I ain't had a write up in like maybe like 7 years or something like that. So he looking at that, no bad reports, this and that. So then he gets to, well, okay, what about the time when you went on a run when you was on parole before and you got the dirty urine for cocaine? So I'm like, excuse me. So he repeated himself. I said, you must be looking at the wrong file because that never happened to me. So he's like, you telling me that you want to go home, but you can't talk about the time when you went on a run on parole and you did cocaine and you got the dirty urine for cocaine. I said, look, with all due respect, that's not me. I never did cocaine in my life.
Right.
So he snaps out, slams the binder down, then you don't want to fucking go home, blase, this and that. So now we got to become lawyers, strategic and everything in our conversations because I want to come home.
Right.
So I said, well, wait a minute, when did this happen? He looked at his papers, he said 98. So I said, 1998, I've been down 11 years, that's 13 years. I said, maybe I don't remember. He said, okay, let's move on. He was satisfied with the answer. But this is the thing. What if I snapped out? Because that really didn't happen to me.
Right.
They would have not let me go home.
He's trying to get you to admit something you didn't do. And you just...
Yeah, but I think what he was trying to do is...
Oh, test if you're going to...
Yeah, this is the thing. But that happened with me.
Gotcha.
That don't mean that it's going to happen with the next person.
Right.
And it doesn't happen to everyone because I know people who snap out.
Don't go home.
You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. You just throwing in my face I did something that I didn't do. And you telling me on the paper that you see my name, everything, and all this stuff is me. But I know for a fact it happened because I never done cocaine in my life. But see, that's why's the problem there.
Yeah.
So when the first chance I got to, grab, a hold of something to help someone else that was in my position after everything I was going through, all the recent hires and, you know what I mean? And not being able to get a place, I got 2 places since I've been home. And I had to get them both in somebody else's name.
Because of the record.
Yeah.
You know what? Before we go on, I just got to get this off my chest because I feel like you have to deal with so many different stigmas. You know what I mean? People going to profile you a certain way if you coming from prison, right? But now you're opening my eyes to see it from a different perspective because I see like a business person maybe trying to minimize their risk.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or somebody going to fear something that they don't know. But they don't see the story behind the man. They don't see all the choices that led up to you making that choice to get yourself incarcerated, right? So now it's just interesting being able to see it from another side and be able to see somebody share their story. And I think if people could get into that, then they can overlook some of those different profiles and the stigma that they got going on. So what you're doing right now is, I appreciate what you're doing. And I look at you and I'm like, I respect everything that you're able to do to overcome the obstacles to get where you are today. You know what I mean? For sure.